I Know What Happens When You Die, written by Emily Willow Wright. I absent-mindedly stare off into the notepad set upon my desk. The page is filled from top to bottom with words, but they blur into vague black scribbles through my unfocused eyes. Not really thinking of anything at all, like my mind has been involuntarily put on pause, and I can't figure out how to start it back up. I don't know how long I've been here. I glance up at the window across from my desk. The blinds are open, but there is only darkness. A dark so thick that the only thing I can see is my own reflection, sitting at this battered wooden computer desk in this dingy little office. It's been dark outside for as long as I can remember. I don't even know what's out there anymore. I raise my hands from my keyboard and stretch them out. My fingertips are red and raw from too much typing. It's okay though. My fingers went numb a while back. I bat my eyelids and shake my head side to side in an attempt to clear the fog from my brain. Doesn't work. I guess it's time for more coffee. The coffee is cold. It's been sitting in the mug on my desk for too long. I take a sip and promptly gag. My mouth is filled with the taste of burnt sludge and the metallic water it was brewed with. The yellow, stained, cheap ceramic mug nearly cracks as I slam it on my desk in disgust. I can't make a new pot. We ran out of coffee a long time ago. Maybe I just need to get up and move around, I tell myself. Sharp pain shoots up my legs as I slowly attempt to stand, using the arms of the desk chair to keep myself from falling. I wince and stay hunched over for several seconds before the pain begins to subside. My muscles have atrophied more than I expected them to this time. I try hard to remember the last time I got up, but I can't recall. The skin on my feet and ankles is taking on a bluish hue. Should really get some blood flowing. Socializing might do me good. Determined, I slowly hobble over to the doorway on the right. Another girl's office, the receptionist. I can't remember her name, and the nameplate mounted on the door is too old and worn to read anymore. Kim, maybe. The rusty doorknob puts up a fight as I try to turn it, but eventually gives way. The girl, who I think might be named Kin, is sitting at her desk, her long brown hair hiding her face from view. She holds a clunky office phone to her ear. She is saying something, but I can't quite make out what. Her weak and raspy voice drones the same muffled sounds over and over. I lean my body against the wall for support and slide closer. I notice a drop of red fall onto the white spiral phone cord. I take another step and she looks up at me, revealing what's beneath her veil of hair. The left side of her jaw is hanging by a thread of bloody tendon. The right side has already completely fallen so that the bone hangs vertically, gently swinging as her tongue still attempts to form words. I try to hold back vomit. Her brown eyes stare right at me, blank, exhausted. Her low rasp continues like a broken record. I still don't know what she's trying to say. I want to leave the room as fast as I can, get back to the comfort of my own silent office, but just before I turn away, I see that there are pills scattered across her desk, bottles of them spilled out everywhere. I can barely see the brown wood of the desktop beneath the hundreds of large white tablets. The image stirs something in me, a sense of familiarity. I don't know why. Too sick to stay there, I make my way out of the room as quick as my legs will carry me. I slam the rusty door shut behind me and limp back to my desk chair. My stomach still retches from the side of her face, but it's the pills on her desk that I keep seeing in my mind. Try to remember something, anything, until my head begins to throb. Suddenly, a voice that I do not recognize speaks to me. One word: overdose. My chest tightens with anxiety as the memory comes rushing back, flooding my brain. I remember the day Kim never showed up to work. I remember the hushed whispers of the woman in the break room. I remember the staff email about a memorial service. Overdose. Kim overdosed. My hands begin to shake uncontrollably as a sharp pain shoots through my temples, like a knife in one side and out the other. What is happening to me? Why is the dead receptionist in our office? Why couldn't I remember until now? How long have I been here? The pain in my temples keeps growing worse. It feels as though my brain is going to explode. I shut my eyes tight and hold my hands to the sides of my head. I can't bear it anymore. I press my palms tight against my temples and feel something wet. I draw my hands down in surprise and see a sticky substance coating both palms. A deep red, so dark it's almost black. Blood. I can feel the warm liquid cascading down my cheeks and neck now. It flows like a river onto my chair, onto the floor. The pain in my head begins to subside and I see an object on my desk that was not there before. A gun. I think I remember now. I remember the day I never showed up to work. I remember the soft carpet of my bedroom floor and the cold metal in my hand. I remember the hot tears on my face and the suicide note I placed next to me. The same note that's been sitting on my desk for how long? I know what happens when you die. When you so desperately try to get away from the monotonous hell that is your life, you don't get to leave. You stay stuck on a track headed nowhere, doomed to remain in the same reality you try to escape. Sitting at a desk until your legs stop working, typing until your fingers go numb, answering phones until you can't speak anymore. I know what happens when you die. Absolutely nothing.